Good morning, you're welcome to our A-line tutorial class. So we're going to be talking about A-line gown. So firstly, the measurements you need are the bust circumference, the waist circumference, the length of the gown. In an A-line gown, you don't need hip circumference, okay? So you need the across the shoulder measurements, the sleeve and the round sleeve, depends on the kind of sleeve you're making actually. So having gotten all these measurements, again you fold using right sides of the fabric to face each other. Okay, so after folding, you don't just fold, you fold with the largest body circumference, just like we talked about in the pencil gown class. So if you look at this measurement now, we have two round body circumference, which is the bust and the waist. And the bust and the waist, they are the same. This gown is actually for a child, it's for a baby. So the bust is 23, waist is 23, they are the same thing, meaning we are going to be folding with 23. So 23 divided by 4, that will give us 5.7. okay, so 5.7 plus 2 inches sewing allowance, that would be 7.7. This time around we are going to be leaving it like this. You know, this is the waist we are working with. For the waist, we are not going to be putting that allowance because an A-line gown does not have that. Okay, you can still decide to put that, but in this tutorial we are not going to be working with that. So this is what we are folding our fabric with. So as you can see, here is 7.7, but at the bottom part here we have about 14 inches. Okay, we have about 14 inches. So we just assume that this hip, the 14 inches, is because it's an A-line gown. You know, it's going to be like a flare pattern. So 14 inches, as well we have at the down part. So you just take it like this. Waist, assuming you are making it for an adult, you know the bust will be bigger than the waist in most cases, but waist is still bigger than bust in most cases as well. So it's for an adult, the bust, then assume that the bust is the bigger body circumference, and you fold with bust. So that the biggest body circumference, you multiply it by 2. You multiply it by 2, then you use it to get it. Or your waist, you multiply waist by 2, you use it for the width. And it all depends on how flare you want it. If you don't want it to be that flare, then you can just choose to add some inches to it to get a very small portable flare. Okay, so we'll be working with 14 inches at the bottom part for this child. So let's assume we are using 7.7 plus 7.7 is more than 14 though, but let's assume we are using 7 plus 7, which is 14. So having done this, the next thing now is to press with your iron, folding this part as well. Folding this part with 1.5 of an inch. Okay, make sure you press with your iron. I've folded it now, and as you can see, I'm pressing with my iron. So the next thing after that is to draft out the length. Okay, and we are working with the length 30. So plus 1 inch sewing allowance, that is 31. Is 1 inch. We are adding 1 inch because this part is already full, so we'll be using only 1 inch for the length. So 31, I'm just going to mark it like this, and I'll mark it straight and connect it to a straight line. So the next thing is to drop the across the shoulder measurement, and the across the shoulder is 11 inches. So half of 11 is 5.5. So that is 5.5 plus half inch sewing allowance, that is 6. So we'll mark the 6 like so. So to get the armhole, divide bust by 4, and the bust is 23. So 23 divided by 4, that is 5.7